Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Sidequest Gaming, where we take a look at both old games and new to try and uncover some of those hidden gems that you might want to give a crack for yourself and try out. Today we're taking a look at Let Them Come Onslaught, which is a little sci-fi survival roguelite from the developer Tutara Games. I think I've said that right. And it's quite a fun little take on a kind of post-apocalyptic sci-fi survival on a doomed planet. So let's dive in. We're going to give it about half an hour of gameplay, and we're going to see what we think, wrap it up at the end with a bit of our thoughts and see how we go. Okay, right off the bat, we've got our little dude, and we start here in this very destroyed and broken out planet, and we are running around with all these kind of aliens that almost look like they're from, you know, the Fallout 1 or 2 mutants, that kind of era of games. That was a crate, like a loot crate that we just destroyed, and from it we got some resources that carry through the roguelite. That's what the orange things are. They're kind of between run upgrades. Now, those little colourful boxes that we're picking up, they level us up and we get to pick weapons or upgrades that we want to use. So let's grab a repulse. That sounds good. A little shockwave that pushes and damages enemies around us. There we go. That's our repulse. Now, we don't aim these weapons, they're just auto-firing, and all we really have control over is our ability to run around the direction we're going, and our ability to dash. We have a dash move that is consumable that we can use. So, what do we want to do? We can get electric grenades, photon saber, or we can increase our repulse. Let's just increase our repulse for a bit. Every fourth is a crit. That sounds good. Our little machine gun or pistol shooting away. Once again, I'm not aiming that. That just auto-selects enemies nearby. I must admit, for me, I know it's a normal trope in this style of game, but I don't love not having control over my ability to aim weapons. I would like to at least have a weapon I could aim. It just helps kind of... I feel like there's less of an RNG element there for me. Okay, we could get Volt Discharge, Blaster, or Shield. So Blaster is if I don't move, it's kind of a pistol that shoots further. Shield negates an enemy attack. That's pretty good. Or Chain Lightning. I mean, Chain Lightning just seems the way to go. Chain Lightning sounds great. Okay, it's a pretty weak source by the look of it at the moment, but hopefully if we upgrade that, we can get some really big chains going on. Get a bunch more of these little ammo crates. You can see our level up meter up the top of the screen telling us how close we are to our next level. Interestingly, even though it's really prominent on the screen, you don't really notice it that much when you're focusing on the game. Auto gun, so we can increase our little machine gun that's shooting. We could get a lightsaber in front of us, or I'm just going to keep going with this electricity. I do have a goal of, I find in this game, really focusing on maxing out a couple of upgrades on one or two weapons helps you kind of stay ahead of that difficulty curve quite a bit. Cooldown. I want my weapons to attack faster. All my weapons. Yes, please. Always like the attack speed. So which way do we want to go? Let's go up. And so far it's feeling like we're, you know, keeping up a bit with the curve. The art style's okay. As I said, got that kind of like Fallout 2 mutant vibe going on. That sort of feel with a bit of those. These little dudes look a bit like those crabs out of that old Lost in Space movie. But I don't love it. Like, it's serviceable. It works. I do like the little outlines on the creatures. It is a bit glaring, but it does help you kind of see through the noise of what's happening. Let's get some electric grenades. Throw those out. Bit of AoE. But the music's quite good. It's quite a bit of a, you know, thumping electro going on in the background, which works for the style of game that we're playing. The game starts out quite small, but it does get very busy. This dude up here is kind of like a little mini boss, as denoted by his little yellow outline, so he'll take a bit more damage. And as I said, like that little outline does kind of help to differentiate the field. Let's increase our cooling fluid and the speed of our weapons. I think that's only going to serve positively for us, particularly as it should impact any further weapons we add to our arsenal. It took a bit of a hit there that I really shouldn't have. And you are playing this kind of little interesting game where you're trying to like run away from everything, but then backtrack to collect the loot that they're dropping. Movement speed or dash, I think we'll just increase our auto gun. Let's just have a few more bullets fired each time the gun shoots. See whether perhaps we can get a... nope, no healing there. Let's just go up, see what else we find up this way. Take some guys out along the way. Chest over here. Okay, what do we got here? Really just trying to level up as quickly as possible. Okay, cool. Let's keep going into the repulse, which is that little bubble that we're shooting out every couple of seconds around us. I just like the fact that it's hitting everything nearby and does a bit of pushback, gives us a bit of breathing room. Let's head up to this right hand side. So that orange circle up there, that's kind of like almost like a king of the hill point, right? And if we manage to hold it, and then overcharges us so that we're firing really, really quick, and it's a good way to kind of clear out an area and get a whole bunch of extra loot in the process. So we hold it for a second, then it triggers, and we're now overcharged. A supply drops come down. We need to go over there and grab that. We've got a little bit of time. I'm being a bit cheeky here. I'm trying to max out this... oh, sorry, 1 second. Cooling fluid or damage? Let's go the damage. Just because we know that that's then going to keep coming up. You do kind of run out of options once you kind of fill up all your upgrades. You've kind of set your loadout, and that becomes all you can pick from. That was my dash just then that I went through, which... Okay, supply drop rate. So you do have to be careful of picking things that you really want to synergize, because you can max out and then be like, okay, that didn't quite work out. Okay, this is a special weapon upgrade, this blueprint, so we could put it on our repulse to get stronger pushback, or let's put it on our volt discharge to increase the damage of that, particularly because if we can get it bouncing more. Now the blueprints, I think, also unlock our kind of ability to upgrade things between runs. So like you have to find the blueprint, and then from then you can spend your orange resources between runs to upgrade that passively. These three little boss guys are here. I'm liking that it's kind of stunning them. That's helping us. Let's get repulse again, kind of level that up a bit, see whether we can get these little mini bosses a bit, kill them, because we do want the more resources that they drop. Took a hit that we didn't like there. Managing to hold my own slightly, but feeling a bit of pressure. Cooling fluid. Yep, let's just have our weapons attack even faster again. I am looking for hopefully another attack, like another weapon of some description. Hopefully something that does some good AoE or good splash damage, because I am feeling like as this map gets a bit more crowded, we're not going to be able to keep up with the curve. I do need to point out that what the dash pickups look like when I see one next, just so that you understand what that is. I guess we just go our auto gun, the little machine gun that keeps shooting. See, it's now a bit faster, fires a few more bullets. Sound effects are good. You know, the weapons feel punchy, they sound punchy, and they do a good job of kind of managing the curve of the difficulty here. Every time you feel like you're kind of on top of it, another wave comes that hits you harder. Let's keep going with the volt discharge. I'm hoping that can just start hitting a whole lot of guys and really being our powerhouse. Okay, pushing them back. A few more enemy types coming in. I think these guys are just a bit stronger. Alright, nearly at the next level up. There we go. Repulse again, it is. That's that little circle thing there's our dash pickup. And you can see underneath my character those three lines that kind of almost look like a shield line underneath him. They represent the available dashes we have. We only have 3, so we do have to be careful to keep an eye on them, because they get us out of trouble. And one of the easiest ways to die in this game is when you think you've got a dash left over and you kind of take it right up there and then you press a button, it doesn't work. Nanotech, let's increase the overall damage of everything. That sounds great. Another 15%. Awesome. Yep, cool. Get through here. Go backtrack a bit, see what we can get. Weapon-wise up here. Not weapon, pickup-wise. Really not getting, let's just go the electric grenades more. Really not getting any more weapons appearing in our in each of our choices. Is that what I call it? Store, level up in our level ups. Not getting any extra weapons. Or at least ones that I want. There is a lightsaber thing, but it feels like a bit of a non-bo to me to get a close range weapon when one of our main ones at the moment pushes enemies back. We're kind of right now wanting to stay away from guys as much as possible. If we were wanting to go that kind of close range, we probably should have been going into like shield and health regens and the lightsaber, which would have been perfectly viable, but it's not the direction we've kind of gone. Okay, another supply crate, awesome. Let's go repulse again. I mean, that's good though, because we are wanting, that is one of our stronger attacks at the moment. Head on up. If we do let that timer expire, it will disappear and we miss out on that upgrade opportunity, which would be a real bummer. Oh, taking a lot of damage that I don't need to be there. Okay. Weapon upgrade, blueprint. So we could go third activation is a crit and crits are stronger. 30% chance to paralyze enemies. That's quite a high chance. Let's go for the crits. I think we'll go repulse. We're just going in on that. And 3 instead of 4 is quite a, you know, that's a decent increase. You can tell when it's a crit because it becomes that red one, the red kind of bubble around us. There we go. So it does a bit extra damage. But as you can see, the map's definitely getting more busy. It's getting a lot more full. And I'm just kind of trying to figure out how I can get out of here right now. I can dash through an area. We're managing to kind of just repulse them away. That was a lightning strike. That's kind of a just environmental effect. I guess just keep going the repulse at the moment. Yeah, more damage there. It's really holding the line for us. But we do need some more splash. Dash through there. You do go invulnerable for a few seconds whenever you dash, which really helps you kind of just get out of those dire situations for a second. Try to pick up as much of this as we can as we get at it. Oh, orbital strike. Great. That sounds good. We do need another weapon. I think we've maxed out our weapons now, though. Our upgrades. I think. You can see them on the left under my health bar. I don't know that there's another spot for us to get one, which is a shame because I was hoping to get rockets. I know that that's one of the ones that you can get and I particularly enjoy having them, but this orbital strike's quite good. So let's see if we can grab as much of all this as we can. Hopefully get another level here somewhere. Perfect. Cooling fluid it is. Attack faster and faster and faster. Sounds good. Taking a fair bit of damage that we didn't need to there just from my not paying enough attention. Whoop. Got some ranged artillery dudes coming in here. Little mini boss. Let's see whether we can take him out. Just sit right next to him with our orbital strike. So he leaves a bit of damage over time on the ground there. Some kind of poison. Okay, got the little mini boss. We do want to collect that. Safety protocol override. So repulse will now do electromagnetic field damage. Deals damage. Yeah, cool. So we've got a kind of permanent little field that sits next to us doing damage to anyone that comes near. That is great. Increase our orbital strike. Get some more damage there. And there's a lot of pickups up here for us to go get. So let's just go do that. Doesn't appear that our... Oh no, it's still doing the pulse every few seconds. But we just have this permanent field around us. That's great. So those higher level upgrades are obviously really powerful there. Do we want... No, I think we want to keep going on the 15% damage. That just seems, for all weapons, seems like a no-brainer. Okay, keep pushing up here. Really wanting to get to that next level if we can. We probably need to start exploring the map a bit further than we have been to see if there's any more of those towers or particular upgrades in chests or anything like that. There's a chest. What did we get there? Nothing particular. Mostly what you get from chests is either health upgrades or kind of currency that works between runs. That's those orange chips there. Orbital strike, 2 beams. Sounds great. Yeah, there we go. Another one of those towers. This just overcharges us once again, so that'll be extra faster attacks, so help us kind of clear out this whole area as long as we're standing in this area, playing a bit of King of the Hill. Helps us get ahead of the curve, get a bit more extra resources, and hopefully level up by doing a hell of a lot of extra damage to everything around us. There we go, so that's kind of expired. I guess we go Volt Discharge there. Our Lightning. I've been a little unimpressed by the Lightning, but then maybe I'm not really paying enough attention to it. And like, having them paralyzed is great if I go into that, but I'm just not sure it's enough. Like, I would prefer just straight DPS, to be honest, because there's just going to be so many of them. All it's going to do is cluster them up, I guess. We are taking way too much damage there. I probably should have dashed earlier, but we want to get up to this supply crate, pick up some drops as we can. Okay, hit the crate. Awesome. Extra upgrade. Maximum target increased 8 to 10. Increased orbital strike. I think it is. I've just been disparaging this Volt Discharge, but if we can have it hit more enemies, that sounds great. Just more damage, hit more things, please. Do need to find some health pickups, folks. That little excursion did way too much damage to me, just because I wasn't paying enough attention. Chest, no health, just currency. It's another one of those towers over there. We'll go there in a sec, but we'll go to this chest first and see how we go. A little bit of health, good. That's what we wanted. That is what we were after. Tower and a chest, which is great. Let's just get this activated. Brilliant. Okay, we should clear this out pretty well. Hopefully gets us another upgrade or two. I am really hoping we find one of there is an upgrade or a pickup, sorry, that we can get that kind of sucks all the nearby resources to you, so it's a really good way to go like 2 or 3 levels in one hit. Just haven't found one of them, unfortunately, because I know we've littered the map with resources that we need to go collect. But it does make a big difference getting one of those that to kind of vacuum up the battlefield, so to speak. Helps you kind of climb over the curve. Okay. Whoa. I guess grenades, just keep going on them. A bit more health, that's great. Feeling a bit more comfortable again. We'll see how long that lasts for. Chest here, great. Okay, up we go. Another tower. Definitely worth us doing, just to smash out anything that comes to us. Although we're not really surrounded by enemies as such at the moment, but we will be, so there we go. As you can see, it does get quite chaotic on screen, but the outlines do help with the passability of the visibility, for your ability to kind of break through the noise. Okay, little boss dude. Hopefully we can get him. Too bad he appeared just after we had the tower. Got to stay just close enough to him. There we go. Nice. Those purple boxes mean a bunch more resources. Did take a hit there. Orbital strike, absolutely. Let's keep powering that up. We do have a bit of a combo of just anything we stay next to is just getting absolutely blasted with our electro field and the orbital strikes, which is great. Kind of have this like perfect little close distance, but not too close, that we're doing the damage. We do only have 5 minutes left, and we will be facing a boss right up near there that we have to try and kill before the end of the mission. Basically, the way the mission ends is we just get the whole planet nuked and we die. So we're trying to get as much in, and we're trying to kill as much as we can before that happens. I don't really know what the background story is. I should find that out. But essentially, we're just crashed on a planet. It's about to get nuked, and we're trying to do the damage we can before then. We're at level 30. I'm not feeling super powerful, to be honest. Well, way too much damage just came in there. Walked straight into them. That was my fault. Only one weapon, I believe level 9 is maxed out. So I think we got that one weapon that's maxed. They're repulse, and everything else is feeling a bit... It's okay, but feeling a bit weak sauce on my end here. Head up for this supply crate. Hopefully that gives us something good, some good options. Bit of damage just laid off there. I get used to like having a shield or something, and then when I don't have it, it affects me quite a bit. Did I actually get a blueprint then? No, I got one of the ones, the vacuums. That's great. So let's go grenades more. More grenades. As you can see, it just makes such a difference to kind of get you up a couple of levels. I guess just grenades. And I guess grenades. Just totally got that weapon right up there in that run. I could get a shield, but I think we'll go auto gun. Yeah, awesome. So that was great. I think we just went up like 3-4 levels from that vacuum pickup. Which is awesome. Okay, another tower over here. Okay, we'll grab some health, get the tower. 3 minutes to go. I reckon we might be able to get 1, maybe 2 more levels in, if we're lucky. Let's see. Got to get all these purple pickups once what the tower has kind of run out. If we step outside of the range of the tower, the upgrade, the kind of speed and damage upgrade goes away, so we don't want to do that before we've used it to its max. Okay, grenades, a bit stronger, great. So that was 1 level, but now the boss is here. So we have to try and kill the boss before the timer expires, the 2.5 minutes. He's not quite here yet, he will be here shortly. Kind of crawls up out of the ground. A bit of health, that's great, we needed that. Really want to see whether we can get this last level up. Okay, now the boss is here, and we do have to stay within this like red circle that's around the boss here. We can't kind of leave it while we're fighting him. With our loadout, we kind of need to stay just close enough to him. And we want that constant damage being laid out by our repulse with the orbital strikes. Now, really, oh, that was, I just got trapped against something. That wasn't ideal. Oh, cooldown again, or, well, I guess if it's a choice between cooldown and orbital strike, or like universal cooldown, we take universal. Just makes more sense, right? Okay, we're about half health on the boss, and we've got 1:30 to go, but my health is not looking great, so I got to be a bit more careful about getting any hits on me. Yeah, I'm really not looking good. But he is almost dead, which is fantastic. Oh no, that's not good. That is not good. We can't really absorb too many more. We need a crate or something, but maybe if we can just kill him. Oh, it's getting tense. Okay, boss is down. Fantastic. Now, can we get whatever he had on him? Okay, awesome. Another grenades bounce and explode 4 times, or enemies will start a new electric chain. That's got to be that's the way. So anything that dies from it is just going to keep bouncing off. Let's get a shield, because right now we are so low on health. Nice. And now we're just pummeling through the guys. Little... I don't know why they're yellow. I guess that's kind of like post-boss. They seem to be leaving kind of AoE dots everywhere. Absolutely churning through them though now. Crate over here. Maybe we can get a bit of health. Get the orbital strike up. No health from there, but... Okay, feeling good. 16 seconds to go. Get as much as we can. Oh, I think the yellow guys are dropping currency. That's like the, yeah, the in-between run currency, the credits. Cool. 2 seconds. 1, and boom. We got nuked. We're dead. Somehow we're accomplished, but we're dead. Alright, let's have a look at the armory. Good run. We killed the boss. We survived. We got 819 credits up the top there, and you can see we have these 3 trees of offense, utility, and survivability. This is what you can spend your credits on between runs. To, like, for example, we're going to increase our pick. We can't increase our pickup range because we've got it maxed for the demo. We are playing the demo, but we can unlock little nodes based on the blueprints that we pick up throughout the run. So we can spend as much resources as we can here. A lot of them are locked out for us, but that's okay. So this gives us more credits. Are there any that we don't have that we can actually spend on? Not available. I think I've kind of maxed most out. This one I haven't found the blueprint, but you can see how you can kind of build your character to be a bit easier for future playthroughs. Okay, so that is Let Them Come Onslaught. How do I feel about it? It's fun. A little roguelite, Vampire Survivor is quite fun. I feel like it's kind of missing something. It's not necessarily doing something too new. It's very enjoyable for that little kind of 20-minute, half-hour run. It's good to kind of turn your brain off a little bit. It does do a good job of kind of keeping you alongside that curve of upgrade versus difficulty. You keep kind of feeling overpowered and comfortable for a couple of seconds, and then a new wave kind of hits you with new enemies, and they steamroll you, and then that cycle feels quite satisfying. I wonder about the level of replayability in it, and I always do wonder about those kind of like in-between run upgrades that make it easier the next time when there's no ability to push past the half-hour, 20-minute kind of timeline. Like, it's going to end at that point. So does it just make it a bit too easy at the end? I'm not sure. But it is a fun little title. Definitely worth picking up the demo and giving it a shot. That'll be linked below. If it is your style of game, you know, wishlist it, have a look. For me, I've enjoyed my time with it, that's for sure. I reckon you'll comfortably get, 3 to 4 hours out of it easily. And if it's your type of game that you really get into, then it's probably going to be right up your alley. This has been Sidequest Gaming. As always, please like, subscribe, leave any comments below if there's anything you'd like to see me cover or anything you'd like to see in my videos. Really appreciate you spending the time with me. Have a great day. See you in the next one. Bye.